Hey guys, good morning. I came out here to the forest with my favorite pine tree, which is pretty rare in Topanga. We don't have that many of them, so I really like this guy. Yes, intense new moon we have coming up on January 16th, 2018. It is another Capricorn focused video, and I'm really glad that I don't have to do another one of these for a little while. But yeah, a lot of Capricorn energy this new moon. The sun and the moon are conjunct in Capricorn, and we also have Venus and Mercury and Saturn and Pluto and Black Moon Lilith in Capricorn. And then we have Mars and Jupiter in Scorpio. So Scorpio and Capricorn aren't really the most bright, happy, fuzzy archetypes. And Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn doesn't really care a whole lot about how we feel about things. It's not a super empathic sign. Saturn doesn't really feel sorry for us. It wants us to do the work. It wants things to be functional. It wants things to be practical. And it's about setting long-term goals for our life. So with all of this Capricorn energy, the areas of our life that have that are weak or need an attunement are being highlighted at this time. So for example, using a personal experience from this time of my life, if you have a roof that you thought maybe in the back of your mind probably needed to be mended because there might have been some holes, but you didn't do it, now the rains may have arrived and you might be dealing with some water damage as a result of not taking care of these very real three-dimensional responsibilities. So using that as an analogy, looking at your natal chart and finding out what part of your chart Capricorn rules, what house, you then know what part of your life might be receiving these types of tune-ups or these calling for your attention in a very realistic and grounded way. So the positive side of Capricorn, well, there's a lot of positive things about Capricorn, but how it relates to this is that there's not a lot of disillusionment happening when we have a lot of Saturn. If we're talking about Neptune, which is this more fantasy, mystical realm, there's more likely deceit happening or self-disillusionment, life appearing through these mirages where we're not really sure what's real, what our feelings are about anything. That's not what's happening right now. Things are very real and things are very 3D, very still, and we're able to look at them very clearly so we can make these practical adjustments. If you've ever had a Capricorn partner or a partner with a Capricorn rising or a Venus in Capricorn, you'll know that while Capricorn might not be the most spontaneous and exciting zodiac sign, you can depend on them. They're very dependable, and if you're cold, they're gonna gift you the most quality, practical winter jacket on the market, and you're gonna feel really safe and secure. So, looking at that from a collective standpoint, that's the kind of love that's being expressed through the universe, which is this kind of tough love, fathering, like paternal. Capricorn is father time. So it is this kind of tough love, disciplinarian approach. Saturn is also authority. So those themes can be coming up as well. Either, from outside, you might be dealing with authority figures, landlords, teachers, bosses, or you might have to be your own inner authority and discipline yourself. So you can be a little hard on yourself during this time because you're taking this very practical look at the way that you're moving through life and making adjustments. And yeah, Capricorn opposes Cancer, which is about security and what we need to feel secure. So once we get through all of this Capricorn cosmic energy and support, I think at the end, because we are finding that harmony between Capricorn and Cancer to find security needs and how to meet them, you know, after the tough part is said and done, we're going to be left with something quality and something very functional so that we can, you know, move through the rest of the year with these kinks being addressed and worked through. But yeah, it's all very real, and it's heavy. Capricorn is heavy. It's very grounding. So along with three-dimensional topics, we're dealing with the body too. So along with the body comes aches and pains. If this was affecting your 6th house, this might be addressing health concerns that finally need to be addressed. If it's in your 12th house, it could be addressing real deal substance abuse issues or repercussions that have occurred as a result of not addressing very real issues regarding substances. But yeah, so it's real, it's aches and pains, and it's also, you know, real feelings that come along with having a body for this, you know, temporary human experience. Along with that comes emotions as a result of having to let go of certain things, and fear, remorse, grief. If this is happening in your 7th house and you're finding leaks within your relationship and having to finally confront letting that go. So it's very real, and wanting to have compassion for ourselves and others. If we're seeing other people, this is definitely happening in my life. If you're seeing other people around you being served pretty heavy doses of karmic debt or reality checks, you know, knowing that hindsight is 20/20, and, you know, just being compassionate and not being too gruff in this Capricorn energy and, you know, taking on that I told you so, or, you know, that type of stuff, because everybody's dealing with a lot right now. And we're going to have some planets move out of Capricorn into Aquarius soon, so I think things are going to lift. Mars is going to leave Scorpio and go into Sag, so there is some, there is a you know, a light at the end of the tunnel coming up, but it is going to be a very real new moon. But as with any new moon, an amazing time to plant seeds for the coming month. An amazing time to get a really clear look at where you're at and make, you know, initiate new plans for the upcoming month. So I think I'll leave it at that. I will see you guys the full moon in a couple of weeks, and yeah, hang in there, and know that when you're through this Capricorn filter, you're going to be left with something super quality, I believe, for sure. All right, guys, be well. I'll see you soon.